Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Mac Wando, reporting live from my lair. I wanted to come and make a different video than I usually make. Because I told you guys I don't only want to make mixes, but I also want to talk about my love for music and music that I really love. So today we will be talking about 3 albums from the past 2 years that you definitely need to tap in with. Number 1 is Ravyn Lenae, Hypnos. And what I'll do is probably have them up right here. You feel me? So Hypnos is an amazing album. It's sultry, sensual, flowy. The soundscape is very similar to every song. Every song flows well into each other. A lot of it is about love and wanting love and needing love, but also understanding hey, maybe this, for however long we are together, that this is what it is. I love the production on this album. I think Ravyn Lenae does an incredible job with her voice. Her voice almost is an instrument in a sense. I love this album. This is a great R&B. This is you could throw this on anytime, preferably the car or even in the house if you're chilling by yourself, just vibing out. You can kind of close your eyes and listen to this album because it's such a great album. It came out in I believe 2022, so last year. And in my opinion, it did not get the love or attention that it should have got. And this is what I mean when I say there is a lot of great music out. It's just the great music doesn't get the love and attention that the other stuff gets. You have to really be digging for music at this point if you want to find good music. So definitely check out Ravyn Lenae, Hypnos, Hypnos, Hypnos. Amazing album. My number 2 album is Echelon the Seeker, Anakinesis or Anakinesis. However, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but Anakinesis. Very underground R&B, experimental R&B artist. I say experimental because his sound is not the norm. I love how he plays with different sounds and soundscapes. He even has songs on here where he's almost rapping, but it's poetry rap. You know what I mean? It's still it's sing rap, but he's still singing. Then he has straight up just soulful, almost gospel ballads on here. It's just beautiful. One of my favorite tracks on here is God Knows. I love Solo. I love 16. I love a lot of songs in this album, I ain't gonna lie. I'm Asking You Pretty. I love that song too. It sounds like it's a live performance, but they recorded it and put it on an album. This album is incredible. It's a very quick listen, which is cool because I know people's attention span is absolutely terrible. So, there's no excuse of why you can't get through this album in one sitting. But yeah, this album is incredible. Please check out Echelon the Seeker, Anakinesis or Anakinosis, however you say it. Incredible R&B, experimental R&B album. His voice is absolutely incredible. He has a lot of texture to his voice. It has a lot of character. And you can feel him. On certain songs, I can just feel spiritually. It's it took me somewhere. You know what I mean? Especially when God Knows. Whoo! Felt it in my spirit. For those who really listen to music with their heart and soul and spirit, this is one of them albums that you're gonna have to listen to and just ride out to. It's incredible. Same thing with Ravyn Lenae's album. I didn't even mention my favorite song on her album is Skin Tight. Whoo, that song is incredible. Where I'm From is great. And then there's a couple other songs. Venom is great. But yeah. So yeah, boom. So definitely check out Echelon the Seeker, Anakinosis and Anakinesis. Not sure how to pronounce it, but please check it out. Like I said, I'm gonna put the albums up next to me. The third and final album is from Sideshow. He is a rapper from the DC area, and it's called Don't Just Stand There, 2mm, Don't Just Stand There. He's a introspective street / philosopher / grimy hip hop rap artist. You know what I mean? Multifaceted. I love what he talks about. He speaks a lot of knowledge, but he speaks a lot of what some consider ignorance, but I don't even consider it ignorance. I could just consider it his experience of his life growing up. And I love hip hop. I love rap specifically because it's such a multi-layered, multifaceted art form. Yeah, it is, you know, Earl Sweatshirt said rap is slave music. And I kind of agree with that in the sense like it's coded speech for brown and copper colored people to speak to each other in a language that only we understand. What has happened is that that language has been infiltrated by those who just want to use it for money and those who want to see us dead and gone, right? So we are the profiteers of our own death. We are speaking our own death into existence with the music. And what I love about Sideshow is that, yes, although he does talk about, you know, hurting other people and things of that nature, he's also very aware and conscious of how his actions affect not only himself, but his community. And I think that's what rap has been missing as a whole. There are artists that do it today. I'm not gonna say it's been missing that completely, but as a whole, it's nothing like a dude that comes from that environment who also played in the streets, but also was very philosophical and intellectual and understands and has a level of awareness about not only what he does, but his surroundings. He raps over these very soulful beats, then he'll go to like a semi-track boom bap beat. I mean, his flow is just really laid back and smooth. It's calm, cool, collected. He doesn't really go out of that level of rap. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't really like go to another place with his raps. It's very controlled, but it's very smooth, like, and it's very straight and to the point. He doesn't like cut corners, doesn't beat around the bush. He tells you exactly what he feels, tells you exactly what's going on. It's like current events in this man's life. A beautiful album. It flows. At first, it's very interesting with his music because if you listen to the album first, you're like, man, this shit sounds so disjointed, right? It sounds like kind of all over the place. But if you keep listening and you keep listening, there's an organized chaos to it, right? And it's interesting because I feel like sometimes people create albums based off of how they feel, how internally their environment makes them feel. So they just making songs off of that feeling, that emotion, that energy in that moment. And so sometimes you just get people's, what do they call it? Strings of Consciousness album. And this is what this album feels like. It's not a, I wouldn't call it a themed album, like where, you know, some albums have a theme, like this album is talking about this and every song relates to this. This more so feels like Strings of Consciousness. And I feel like a lot of the music that he puts out is that type of energy. It's like Strings of Consciousness, how he feels in this moment. You know what I mean? So definitely check out Sideshow, amazing hip hop rap artist. And that is it for my 3 albums that you need to check out from the past 2 years. A lot of these people are not that known, and I love digging for music. So please stop saying there is no good music anymore. There is. You have to go and find it. There is not a lot of quality music on the mainstream, but the underground, and then I guess a step underneath mainstream, whatever you want to consider that. Amazing music, extraordinary music, amazing artists expressing themselves in ways that, you know, a lot of artists in the mainstream are not. So once again, my name is Mac Wando. Please go check out those albums. Y'all enjoy your day. Stay grounded, stay peaceful, stay positive, stay godly, stay dangerous. Peace and blessings.